is the fragmented Aikido world starting to come together? And if so, what are the implications of this for the art and its practitioners?
Go ahead.
I think that it's, yeah, but feel free to chime in, Dave, of course. I think it's coming together. I still know of dojos where their members, if their members are caught training at another dojo, even if they're like on vacation and they pop into some dojo for one night, I know that there are dojos where that person then gets kicked out. I really am surprised that that kind of dojo still exists, because I think that there are fewer and fewer people, or let's put it the opposite way. There are more and more people who are curious, and you know, social media is this huge democratizer, if there's a word like that. And so people see all different kinds of Aikido on social media and everywhere, and I think it's a natural reaction to be curious. And I personally think that it's very healthy to come together, and also Aikido having a smaller number of participants than, say, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, for example. If we don't come together and work together, I think that, you know, we'll become extinct. So, Dave,
Is that what's driving it? Do you feel that's what's driving?
I'm sorry?
Do you think that's what is driving these cross-training initiatives? The fear that Aikido needs to change to sustain itself in the future?
I think he's asking for motivation for doing things like this.
Well, my motivation, I can only speak for myself. My motivation, I've got a few different reasons. First of all, Aikido is, the first kanji in Aikido is ai, awase, which means blend, harmonize, adjust. So it's talking about coming together and two energies adjusting to each other, finding their cooperative way. So I think that's a great kind of practice. You know, when I have a beginner come into my dojo, or I have somebody from another dojo come to my dojo and they don't move the same as my students, what a great opportunity for me to practice real Aikido. How do I blend with this guy that's moving in a way that I didn't predict? So that's my one motivation, is that I think that's true Aikido, is being all inclusive. And then another motivation is, yeah, I think that it's good for the future of Aikido. We can help, we can sort of cross-promote as well and pool our resources as well. You know, if I'm bringing some teacher over from Japan and only have a certain number of students, then if I know that other local students will come, then I can make that event happen. There's enough to support it. And then, you know, another thing, since I launched these, another thing that I'm doing other than Touched by Aikido seminar, maybe the two of you know, I'm doing these once a month, just a one-off class each month, friendship class series, where I'm getting a different dojo and their instructor to come to our dojo. And pretty much as soon as I started working on that idea, was when at least our American society, with all the politics seemed to be really, really getting the political climate. There was a lot of division developing in the political climate right then. And I didn't come up with the idea because of that, but as I was working on it, the division in our society really took a jump, I think, really increased. And one of my Aikido students said, wow, you know, I'm so glad that our dojo is doing this, because I feel like, this was before I said anything, I feel like there's so much division, and I'd like to be able to join protests every day to try to help our society, but I can't. So this is one small thing that I can do to hopefully have an impact. That's what that's Ellis said that, actually, Nick.
Yeah.
So that was super cool that somebody's like, wanting to use their Aikido to have a positive impact on our political climate.
Yeah, so I was doing, so rather than fighting against what you don't want, put your energy into what you want to see more of in the world.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Okay, great.